just going to go through the yesterday's racing and show you some of the bets that I placed. And some of them might give you some ideas of ways to look at the ratings. Um, recently we added a small feature to the pop-up boxes here where we're showing as well as the win percentage for some of the stats, we're showing the win and place percentage as well, okay? So here you can see that on the top two lines we've got the trainer Richard Rowe and the jockey Tabitha Worsley, that's their line. And we've got the win percentage is 20% and the place percentage is also 20%. The last 14 days, the win percent for Richard Rowe is 0% and his place percentage is 25%. Okay, we're not showing the actual placed number on these two rows because some of the trainer names or jockey names are very long. Just trying to keep it on one row. But you can see below on the career win and the Chase Hurdle and National Hunt Flat Race stats, you can see the career win for this horse is 1-1, placed 4 out of 15 runs. So that's a 7% win strike rate and a 33% win and place strike rate, okay? Chases, he's 1-1, placed another twice out of 5 races. So that is a 20% strike rate for wins and a 60% strike rate for win and place. For just in case you weren't aware, the ratings, the stats on these pop-up boxes are color-coded. So for all chase races are shown in red, hurdle, national hunt flat races are shown in blue, and on flat racing, the flat turf racing is in red and the all-weather racing is in blue. So with these stats in mind, later on during the afternoon, I started to look at some of the horses, or the horses that were joint or top rated in the master column here, all those ones in red in the master column, and see who had the highest win and place percentage for the race type, like this race is a chase. I've changed the settings over here so that all the races showing are just handicap races. There are some novice handicap races which I'm ignoring. And as I say, I started this later on during the afternoon and I'll show you the bets that I placed as well. It was a profitable day. I'm not saying it will be always. There were some other bets that I placed because of some of the selections that I put up and others that were to do with the class pars here. Okay, so I'll just go through these and show you, starting with the first race, which was the 12:20 at Wincanton, okay? So the 12:20 at Wincanton, the first thing I would do is I looked at the class par, and the highest class par ever achieved in this particular race type, this is by race class, age group and handicap, has been 87. The average is 74, okay? So the highest is 87. So immediately I see a master rating of 87. Delgany Monarch would have been my bet in that race, and it lost, okay? So I would be one down. Now I've noted these down on a little text document, all the ones that I missed, a couple that won, and just show you them at the end also. So that would have been a losing race, okay? Next race, the 12:30 at Catterick. The high is 90, the highest is 86, and no one's reached this 90, okay? So now I'm looking at these 4 horses highlighted in red, the top 3, joint top 3 rated horses. And this race here is a hurdle race. So if we hover over the horse here, you can see that Jesse Lightfoot in the hurdle, the wins and place for hurdles, has a 14% strike rate. Move up to Balcotic, 24%. Beachcomber, 25%. Blue Bikini, 44%. Blue Bikini would have been the selection. It won at 6-1. I didn't back it, but I didn't start till later on in the afternoon, so that would have been a winner. Next race is the 12:40 at Fakenham. High of 87. 87 matched here. Brandis over. I backed this horse and it lost. I think it came 4th or 5th. I'm not sure. It was up there for most of the race, but faded. So that's another losing. There's a losing bet that I actually placed. This is a novice handicap, which we're ignoring. another novice handicap, ignoring, another novice handicap, ignoring. And now we get onto this race here. Okay, so the class par high as 88. Bretney has a master rating of higher of 89, so that was the bet. I thought I bet it each way, but I apparently only bet it to win. But anyway, it came third, so I didn't get my place bet, but I did bet back this horse, and it came third at 12-1. Ran a good race. The next race is the 210 at Fakenham, and this was one of my selections for the day. This is I have been putting up an each way selection each day. And recently, I've been adding any others that I like, and For Pleasure in the 210 at Fakenham was the first one that I put up, and it won at 3-1. Okay, so that was my bet for that one. The next race was a handicap hurdle. So we have nothing higher or equal to the class par high. We have 3 horses here. Hover over Misty Maney. This is a hurdle race, and the total win percentage and place percentage is 29%. Just Yes, also 29%. Emily Wade, 31%. I would have backed this horse. I didn't, but it would have been a losing bet. So I'll count that as a losing bet, and I'll show you that as in the calculations at the end. Next race is the 240 at Fakenham. And again, we have nothing up with the 92, got a close at 91, which actually won, but I'm going to go through these for the top 3 rated. And we've got William Cody. This is a handicap chase. William Cody has a 78% strike rate for win and place over chase races. Allo Allo has 40%, and George Saint has 50. So it would have been William Cody. Came second at just better than 3-1, and I didn't back this one. Some of these I was busy or walking the dog or something, working. The next race is the 250 at Wincanton. And again, the high is 88. No one's at 88 in the master rating, so I'm going to be looking at these top 3 rated horses. This is a chase race. Harjo is 100%. Harlem Soul, 33%. Midnight Midge, 44%, so it would be Harjo. It won at 9-4, and I didn't back it, but it would have been a winner if you followed that sort of strategy. So the next race is the 3 o'clock at Catterick. The class par high is 89. No one's at 89 or higher in the master rating, so we're just looking at these 3 horses. Fearless Action, this is a chase race, so Fearless Action 43%. Beat the Edge 46%, Ribeye 75%. Ribeye would have been the bet, but I didn't back in this race, but it would have been a loser, and I'll count it as a loser later on. 310 at Fakenham. This was my second bet that I put up yesterday. Edison Kent, 310 Fakenham. The price at the time was 8-1, and it won at 8-1. Okay. The small W here means it's the first run after a wind op. This is something else we've added as well. So, the first run since the wind operation. So that was a horse that I backed, and it won at 8-1. The 320 at Wincanton. The class par high of 92. Nothing hitting 92 here. So it's these 3 horses we're looking at. This is a hurdle race. Lowry's Bar, 100%. Out of Focus 50%. Javert Allen also 100%. Personally, Javert Allen would have been too short for me. Probably would have backed Lowry's Bar, but I didn't back in this race anyway, so this race I'm just going to totally ignore. I'm not going to count it as a winner or a loser. Next race, Wincanton. This was the 3rd horse that I put up yesterday. Cat's Tasha, 350 Wincanton. It was 15-8 at the time when I posted it, and it came second. It was short, but I backed it because it was one of my selections, and it led all the way until about the last 50 yards when it just got taken close to the line. So it came second. Good run, and that was one of my selections on that race. Now we move on to Wolverhampton. Last par high of 89, matched by Alazoir. Okay. So this was the bet for me. I backed it and it came second. So it ran a good race, but the favourite came fast and late. Okay, very strange. Sometimes you look at stats and you look at Champagne City. Okay, he's a 10-year-old, but if you look at the all-weather stats, he's come second out of only 3 runs on the all-weather, 67% strike rate, and it went off at 150 to 1 and came third. So that would have been a nice something else you can look at using these win and play stats. So that was a losing bet that I backed. Next race, class par high of 84. Sisters in the Sky has a master rating of 85. I was quite excited when I saw 20 to 1, but when I went into the to put my bet on, it was 7 to 1, 6 to 1, second favourite. Anyway, I backed this horse and it ran very well. It was beaten by a 12 horse maiden, 15 horse maiden, coming late and fast in first time blinkers. Okay, so that was second. Good run. I placed a bet on that one, it lost. This was my each way bet for the day. As you can see here, Banana 6:30 Wolves. It was 18 to 1 at the time. Definitely shortened. I think it was about 9 to 1. Ran a good race, came fifth. It was only beaten under a length or two, I think. Wasn't happy with the ride it was given. Sometimes we're not, sometimes we are. You place your bet. You've got to take everything into consideration. But I'm putting it in my tracker because I think it ran well, despite not having won in 18 races. I still think there's a race in it soon. It's only a 4-year-old. I'd like to see a different jockey on it, I'm going to be honest. So that was my bet on that one, and that one lost. Next race is the 7 o'clock at Wolverhampton. There was nothing up to with the class par high, so we look at the first 4 here. This is an all-weather flat race, so we're looking at the blue stats on the box. Let's Go Hugo 50%, Arafian 49%, Darkside Prince 67%, Six Core 33%. Darkside Prince was the selection, and I can't remember where it came. I think it was about 5th or 6th, about 7 to 2, 4 to 1. Anyway, that was the bet and that lost. Next race was the 7:30. Nothing up with the class par high. So quite a few here. This is going to be a tight race. He's a Gentleman. Again, we're looking at the blue 46%. Master of Combat 67. Triggered 45. Power of Gold 0. Eagle Day at 80. Young Fire 19. Eagle Day was the selection, but was too short for me using this method 6 to 4. So I went back to the second highest at 67, Master of Combat, and that one at 100 to 30, and I backed that. Again, I'm going to show you all my bets. So that was that one, and then we have the last race of the day, the 8:30. Nothing up with the class par high, so we've got 3 horses to look at here. Ultramarine 60%, Absolutely Flawless 29%, the Caltonian 100%. Caltonian would have been the bet, but was too short for me at 13 to 8, so I went to the second highest stats, 60% Ultramarine, and it won at 11 to 2. Excellent ride by Alistair Rawlinson, just got in front of the Caltonian into the last half furlong. Didn't block his run on purpose, but just took the position quickly before the Caltonian could. Caltonian came flying at the end, probably would have won, I'm going to be honest, but Ultramarine held on for a nice win at 11 to 2, so that was a winning bet. So if I show you just the actual bets that I had yesterday, you can see here there was 12 bets. I only had a fiver on Bentley. I thought I'd done a fiver each way. As I said, I thought I'd done it each way, but it lost. I didn't do the each way bet, but mostly tenors. There's the 98 for the 8 to 1 winner. That was 10 to 1 on fair. This is less 2% commission. So 166.55 profit on the day. These are the ones that I didn't bet that you could have done if you were following the top 3 master rated, going for the highest one with the win and place percentage strike rate. Okay, so there was 1, 2, 3, 4 losers. The winner at 6 to 1, which was BSP 848, less 2% Betfair commission, and the one-off for the decimal odds. That was the one at Catterick. The other one at Wincanton, which won at 9 to 4, gave us 2.28. So overall, totting this up, if you had backed these, I didn't, but you would have had another 5.59 points at £10, another 55 quid. Okay, so you could just it just happened that it was an idea that I had because of the fact that we'd added these stats for the win and place percentage on the pop-up box here. So if you want to follow this method or just use the percentage stats, or again the class pass highs, the stats are easy to find. You just run your mouse over each of the horses. You can look at the stats, combine these with whatever you like, but I combined them with a master rating, and it came to be a profitable day. I'm going to be looking again today at the same similar thing, try and put some filters in to try and cut out some losers, but not too bad a day for the bets I placed. Only four winners that I bet. The odds were nice. Again, I say, unless it's a horse that I've put up here, I do like to try and get, let's say at least, I don't know, 5 to 2 on a horse that I'm going to bet. So some of these that would have been bet, they're too short for me. And in this instance here, and certainly in the last race, it paid dividends with Ultramarine winning at 11 to 2.